when you wake up to the news that Elon Musk has announced that he will be stepping down from DOGE, you are equally excited and terrified. Because in my head, he just goes back to Tesla and tries to save his fortune. And, with some PR companies and a couple tech expos, he'll win back the tech bros who really never left him. But he knows where his money comes from, and it's the carbon credits from his cars, so he needs those to go well. But also, if we're being honest, he's a number two. In more ways than one. He can't become president of the United States, and I don't think he's going to be able to talk Donald into, lifting that rule. Oh, they would never. How much about Doge have we played this game with? Oh, they would never. Look at what the Trump administration is doing. They absolutely would. The only good news is then Arnold Schwarzenegger and Elon Musk would have to, duke it out, because Arnold's been trying to become president for decades. From Elon's perspective, I get it. He is as close to power as you can get, but he is not the most powerful. The expectation is he goes back to his business and his 6 prepubescent boys run Doge, which is terrifying because we have teenagers who are about to make all the decisions for government. But also, much like everything else Elon does, he promised to cut $1 trillion. Rough estimates are less than $500 million, so he definitely hasn't hit goal. And the lawsuits that are going to come out of all the cuts he made are actually probably going to cost the US government more. Now, everybody thinks he wants to go to Mars, but realistically, even if you listen to the most conservative of, space experts, we won't terraform Mars for at least another 40 years. Elon will be dead by the time we do it. And that's if, all the world's governments came together and was like, getting to Mars is important. Remember that, NASA operates on a shoestring budget now and has just cut DEI, so, smart decisions will not be made in the room for decades to come. Privately, they could do it, but only if Trump is in power and funneling all the US funds to SpaceX, which, at a certain point, even Republicans are just going to be like, no. What I think is probably going to happen is Elon is going to try to run for president in a country where he can actually run. Because he is, like Donald, the kind of guy who wants to rule the world. Being the wife of is, it's like power adjacent, but, the president gets to rule the country, the first lady gets to pick China patterns, Trump runs the country, fucks with tariffs, and Elon gets to, play with Excel spreadsheets. It's just not. Elon has seen it, he has gotten as close as you can to it, he wants it. Because deep down, he thinks Donald's a moron. He does have citizenship in Canada, but I cannot see Canadians voting for him. I can't. I think a lot of Canadians see him as American to start with. They've seen what he's done to America. So I wonder if he'll go back to South Africa, or if he'll try for something like Germany. Because you don't get that close to power and then go, I'm gonna go back to my office 9 to 5. He would be smart to get out of the United States before the major lawsuits start, because there's no way he's not named in all of them. And he'll definitely try to scapegoat to his, big balls and, little bro, tech bros. I'm just not sure where he's gonna go to try to become president, but it's the only way I can see this going. Oh, well, at least he's gonna stop damaging the US. Work's done, job's done. He cut what he wanted. He's gotten his companies embedded where he needs them. The rest were all favors to companies like TurboTax, who now will have a foothold in all of the IRS. It'll be interesting to see where he lands. I can't imagine he would stay here. There's even at some point he knows he's going to piss off Trump. Everybody does eventually. Maybe Elon's smartest move is that he gets away from Trump before he overstays his overstayed visit.